Harvard attorneys are asking a federal judge to stop the Trump administration from withholding federal funds from the school. Harvard claims the government's freezing of research funds is illegal, but the government argues its contracts with Harvard state the government can terminate its grants if the school does not align with the government's priorities. Let's bring in ABC News legal contributor James Sample for more on that. So, James, what do you make of these arguments both sides are making?
Well, so Harvard is alleging that the administration is retaliating in an unconstitutional way in violation of Harvard's First Amendment rights to speech, to academic freedom. The administration is turning around, as you just said, and saying that this is a matter of simple executive discretion and contract law. The judge, Allison Burroughs, in the Federal District Court in Boston, appeared very, very skeptical yesterday of the government's arguments, saying that she put it in this way, putting a question to the government's attorney: what is the relationship between fighting anti-Semitism and cutting off cancer research funds? That was a direct question put to the government. And her argument there is that everybody, including Harvard, wants to fight anti-Semitism, but cutting off research funding puts the university, and in this instance, Harvard is the exemplar, and potentially this could go to other universities as well, for an untenable either-or proposition. Either you comply with the administration's demands, or you cut off scientific, medical, and other research breakthroughs.
President Trump's posting about this on social media, calling the judge a total disaster, and saying that when she, quote, rules against us, we will immediately appeal and win. Has there been any indication over how the judge will rule here?
The only indication so far, well, I guess there are two. One, the judge in June issued a 44-page ruling on another matter involving Harvard, in which the administration was trying to prevent some of its international students from enrolling. And in that decision, she said, Judge Allison Burroughs, same judge, said that the administration was violating free speech. So that's one indication. Yesterday's hearing and the questions and the tenor of the hearing, it would be another indication. I would say that legally speaking, Harvard is in the stronger position here, and that if you were betting on the outcome of a case, which is not necessarily a good idea, you would say that Harvard is in a stronger legal position and that Judge Burroughs appears sympathetic to their position, much more so than to the administration's position. That said, winning on the law doesn't necessarily mean Harvard wins on the politics. And the Trump administration relishes the image of fighting against the elites. It's hard to be more in line with fighting against elitism than a litigation battle against Harvard University.
So what could this mean longer term for Harvard, for other universities, and for this kind of research?
If the administration were to prevail in this litigation, and there's a very good likelihood that this is all posturing that will produce a settlement. That's happened with other institutions, most prominently with Columbia and with Penn. But if this litigation goes all the way to the Supreme Court and the administration were to prevail, then that would give the executive branch a tremendous degree of authority and influence over how academic institutions structure their hiring, their student body, even what's taught in the curriculum. That would be a massive, massive change for academic freedom and potentially a kind of counter-enlightenment proposition.
All right, James Sample, always great to have you on to break these down. James, thank you.
Thank you.